And good afternoon and good evening, everybody, and welcome here to Chicagoland Speedway in Joliet, Illinois, as we're set for playoff race number 1, race number 17 of the PCSRA Coca-Cola Truck Series. We have finally determined our 10 drivers that will battle out in this season's chase for the championship. After a last-ditch attempt for Peach Ramirez, who got a win and locked herself a spot into the playoffs, and also punched her ticket into the Buffalo Wild Wings Series season next year. So we'll see how this will go here today. It's time for the Chicago Cubs 241. 161 laps of racing. Fuel mileage will definitely come into play here in this evening's event. Here is the point standings, the reformatted points I told you guys about, all the way down to Rookie of the Year. So we'll discuss all that in just a second. A couple of non-playoff contenders on the front row. Jimmy Baker on the pole. He's just looking to find victory lane. 21st in the points he ends up after missing the playoffs. Ashley Horton alongside him is this race 30th in the point standings, trying to get out of the danger zone of losing her charter for next season. But the good news is she will not be back in that 57 ride next season. She's going to replace her teammate, Hattie Swore, in the 74 for next season. So that's something she's looking forward to. And then highest starting playoff contender is April Winters in row number 2, alongside of Carla Sinat, who did not make the playoffs here in the Truck Series, but did in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series, which you'll see that tomorrow as well here in this here today. So the 10 drivers who made it into this season's chase for the championship were Justin Hugo, April Winters, Hattie Swore, Gretchen Mueller, Andy Evans, Samantha Granger, Tico Jumiaka, Victor Gonzalez, Annie Crenshaw, and Peach Ramirez. Time to get these cars rolling off. First, let me show you the starting grid. See where you can find. You can pause the video, see where the rest of the playoff grid are. Should also mention Greg Rutz raced his way in via the non-charter race. Let me see. Who else raced their way in? I'm trying to find. Lucky Prescott starts last. I can't find anyone who is a non-charter other than those drivers I just documented. But if I find them, I'll let you all know. All right. So the 10 drivers battling for the championship have a playoff red Coca-Cola playoff logo and the flag on their haulers as well as on their pit boxes. And this will probably be the easiest point standings I'll give you, presented by Golden Corral. Justin Hugo leads April Winters by 10 points. And in 10 points, he's ahead of Hattie Swore, Gretchen Mueller, Mandy Evans, Samantha Granger, Tico Jumiaka, Victor Gonzalez, Annie Crenshaw, and Peach Ramirez. So that's pretty simple. No matter what happens in the playoffs for the 10 drivers that made it into the chase for the championship, they've done 2 things. Number 1, they kept their charter for next season, so that's good. Number 2, these 10 drivers, with the exception of a few that already have rides in Buffalo Wild Wings, like April Winters, Justin Hugo, and Victor Gonzalez, and also Hattie Swore, who already is racing in Buffalo Wild Wings. We're going to have more drivers that didn't make the playoffs. It would open up to see who would get those spots. Green flags out. Playoff opener is underway from Chicagoland. We already done the win and you're in. Now it's a lot different for the playoffs, because if any of our 10 playoff drivers go to victory lane, if you win tonight, you automatically lock yourself a spot into the next round of the playoffs. Of course, we have 10 drivers battling for the championship. You have another 32 drivers that don't care about the playoffs. They want to find victory lane. Prince Littlejohn led the first lap of this race. There's Annika Ritchie. It's been a difficult season for her. Oh, they're almost 4 wide. This could end in disaster right there. And it's with a playoff contender in April Winters. They are 4 wide. Oh, 4 wide for the lead. Look out. Oh, there goes the 6. Oh, they're wrecking. Oh, no. Oh, Granger's in it. One of the playoff contenders. I also saw the, Granger's in it. Hugo got a piece of it. Annie Crenshaw was collected. Not the start of the playoffs any of these drivers wanted, because now Jessica Moore's involved. There's Annika Ritchie. Samantha Granger's torn up. Samantha Granger's going to find herself in the danger zone heading into next week's race at Pocono. Jimmy Baker's on pit road. There's the truck that started this incident. This is bad news for Lauren Grubius because she is also, looked like 51 made contact with the 38, shot them up in the 6. Gallant got involved. Riley Roblier, and this was the problem with playoff contenders starting at the rear of the field, is they would get caught up in this. Granger's in it. I don't know if Justin Hugo got a piece of it or not. I don't think yes, he did. The points leader, the regular season champ, was involved. Got some damage out of that. See if the 25's got damage. That would be another playoff contender. Yes, she does. Gretchen Mueller's been involved. So a number of playoff contenders. Oh, Mandy Evans. Does she have any damage to the back of her truck? Or is it just a damage glitch? I think she's got, let's see. Let's go to the chase view. Boy, that's going to be a couple of playoff contenders not starting the playoffs on the right foot, and some of them were starting at the rear of the field. Greg Rutz gets a little piece of it. Just ran the back of the Nissan Titan of Evans. I think Evans is okay. I don't think she hit anybody. I want to check the front. I can't tell the front. Yeah, I think Evans is okay. I don't think she hit anybody. It's just, whatever it was, it might have been little damage. Sean Art came to pit road. Tina Jones, who raced her way in to tonight's race. Of course, she will race tomorrow. And she is one of the drivers doing double duty this weekend. Going to be racing the Ozone Amateur Series race. And you'll see her and the other 39 drivers tomorrow. Their race, by the way, was postponed due to inclement weather, so they will reschedule that race for tomorrow. And that race will be right before the Buffalo Wild Wings Series. So Tina Jones making her Truck Series debut. Tina Jones, I believe, is one of the drivers battling for the championship, trying to make it into the AutoZone, or trying to go from the AutoZone Amateur Series to the Truck Series, as I went too far. Tina Jones comes into this race weekend at Chicagoland in the AutoZone Amateur Series 21st in the points. Patrick Combs, who is also doing double duty, we'll see him tomorrow. Not having a good season. I forgot where he was in points. He's 19th in points. Not the start of the playoffs some of these drivers want. Out of the race after that one, Jessica Moore's out. Lauren Grubius. That will put Lauren Grubius in the danger zone of possibly losing her charter. But as I said before, the 6 and the 57 are going to not be owned by DVR after this season. There you go. Annika Ritchie's out. Playoff contender Samantha Granger, 39. She will be one of those drivers in the danger zone heading into next week's race. Of course, her sister had to wait. Will have to wait to race here tomorrow due to inclement weather. Heather Gallant and Jimmy Baker also out of the race. That's also going to hurt them in the point standings. Of course, remember, for the playoff drivers, you don't want to start off the playoffs on the bad note like Granger did. She came in this race 6th in points. She will no doubt find herself in the danger zone heading into next week's race. As Tina Jones will lead us back to the green. And now these 42 trucks, Tina Jones and Patrick Combs, are also doing double duty running the Arizona Amateur Series race, which, like I said, that race will be tomorrow before the Buffalo Wild Wings Series race after it was postponed due to inclement weather, which they got the track all dried off. They got the track dried 2 hours before we came on the air. Oh, big wreck in the back. Yellow is out, but I'll go ahead and finish my point. They got this track nice and dry because the wind really helped them out. And now, here comes the other question. Any more playoff contenders involved? We're about to find out. Yep, Gretchen Mueller's involved. Rita Seagrid. Peach Ramirez, who just locked herself a playoff spot after her win last time out at Memphis. Ashley Horton. DVR is having a horrible night. Tico Jumiaka's on the apron for some reason. Ashley Horton, who had to win last time out at Memphis to make the playoffs, didn't happen. Gretchen Mueller. That's 2 more playoff contenders involved. And now we know who are the drivers going to be in the danger zone heading into next week. Looks like the 68 got turned by the 9. That was Charlie Silver. Might have collected April Winters. Oh, Tico Jumiaka was in it. That's 3 playoff contenders involved. Oh, boy. And that's how the 25 got involved. Oh, Sean Art got a piece of it. Boy, we're having playoff drivers struggle here tonight. My, oh my. I did not expect the playoff drivers having troubles tonight. Unfortunately, they're having troubles, and we're not even 10 laps into this race out of 161. Leaders have yet to come to pit road. Gretchen Mueller looks like her night's going to sadly come to an end. And of course, Ashley Horton was trying to get back into the safe zone. That's probably not going to happen. We talked about drivers who already clinched a spot into the playoffs, but a couple of them have rides. Like, let me cut through some instance. Hugo already has a ride. Hattie Swore already has a ride. So she wouldn't move up. She would probably stay in the Monster Energy next season. So that is 1, 2, and also April Winters has a ride in Buffalo Wild Wings. So let me count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers. Half of our playoff grid in trucks already have rides in the Buffalo Wild Series race or in Hattie Swar's case, a Monster Energy Series ride. So half of our playoff grid already had spots. The drivers who come into this race that would hold those last 5 spots are, even though they missed the playoffs, Sarah Costello, Prudence Littlejohn, Benny MacArthur, Makara Amir Moez, and Jessica Moore. With Jessica Moore dropping out, the gal that was trying to run her down for that spot was Rita Seagrid. So that means Makara Mirmois still could have a chance to move up to the Buffalo Wild Wings series. We have taken the 1 to go, and we're going to go back to green. Out of the race after that one. Rita Seagrid's now out of the race. Gretchen Mueller's out of the race. Tico Jumiaka is out. And Ashley Horton. So, that means the drivers in the danger zone heading into next week's race are Jumiaka, or actually it's going to be Mueller, Ramirez, and Samantha Granger. Tico Jumiaka is going to be barely on the bubble of making it into the next round of the playoffs. Remember, we're going to go from 10 drivers to 7 after our elimination race next week. Green flag's back in the air. It looks like Tina Jones spun the tires or something. She did not get a good restart. Everybody's going to split her. I don't know if she's got a tire going down or what, but she did not get a good restart. I don't know if she's down a cylinder or something. That's a tough break for the 30 bunch. Yeah, she did not get going on that restart. And that turned the race lead over to this battle right here. A couple of non-playoff contenders. Wonder if Tina Jones is going to have to come to pit road. Oh, I also forgot to mention Maylin Lee, making her 3rd start of the season, also raced her way in via the non-charter race. Tina Jones has come to pit road. And looks like a tire went down, yeah. I was wondering if she had a tire going down or something, because, like I said, none of these drivers came to pit road on these 2 cautions, so looks like she will go a lap down. So that probably would explain why she didn't get a good restart. Looks like a tire was starting to go soft. And rather than not wrecking the truck, she decided to bring it down to pit road anyway. April Winters, the highest playoff contender right now. And the gal who just came in there's Hugo, the points leader. Oh, they're 4 wide again. We've seen this happen so many times. Do not sweep up a playoff contender. Now Hattie Swar's going to be into the conversation. Oh, crash! 40's around. Got Billy Kitchens. Oh, Victor Gonzalez is in it. Oh my God. Annie Crenshaw. Huge accident. Costello's in it. Tina Jones. Yellow is out again. And Lucky Prescott, who missed the playoffs last time out at Memphis, leads this race. Gonzalez is in it. His night done. Let's take a look and see what happened here. Started with the 40. Started with the 40. I want to stop there so I can get to the replay. Yeah, Justin Hugo spun the 40 car. Collected Malin Lee. Collected Patrick Combs. One thing Patrick Combs didn't need is a bad finish. Billy Kitchens gets torn up. Billy Kitchens more than likely will be fired from that team after he's had a struggling season. Then someone hit the... There's a shot from the 92. We didn't see that. We'll have to rewind and... Right there. There's a shot from the 92 in the 19. And then it's not over. Whammo! Wow! Hit the catch fence with the rear of the truck. Holy cow. Reminiscent of what happened to Myatt Snyder in real life in the Xfinity Series. Good night. Patrick comes on pit road. Yeah, should have been a lot more patience on Hugo because he committed female abuse, and he also took out a couple of drivers who really didn't need to be involved in this wreck. So playoff contenders having troubles already. Now we're going to find out which playoff contenders are going to survive the rest of this race. I do hope Annie Crenshaw's okay. Good Lord, we don't need violent wrecks at Chicagoland, that's for damn sure. And more drivers out of the race, more playoff contenders out of the race. Annie Crenshaw, Victor Gonzalez, Sarah Costello, Tina Jones. Those 4 trucks out of the race, and they join the rest who are in the garage area. Green flag back in the air. Not the debut Tina Jones was hoping for, but like I said, she will be in the Altitude Amateur Series race tomorrow. There's Ari Springer, the outgoing Truck Series champ, just running these playoff races because she is going to battle for 2 championships this weekend. Starting this weekend, she will be in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series race tomorrow night, and she'll compete in the Monster Energy Series race 2 nights from now. Stephanie Driscoll, who missed the playoffs, and she also missed the playoffs in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series. Crash in the back. I saw a truck got turned around in the back, and that's April Winters and Riley Roblier involved. Caution's out one more time. Bridget Thomas came to pit road. And that's another playoff contender. Good Lord. And the 49 just turned dead left on the Speedco Loves Travel Stops Ford F-Series. I doubt April Winters is going to be happy with the 49. like Lucky Prescott's going to come to pit road. That will turn the race lead over to Erica Douglas. Douglas, who's been super consistent over in the Monster Energy Series, did not make the playoffs there, but she's so high. She's high enough in points, easy for me to say, to be okay as far as her spot is concerned. She will be back driving the 49 next season. She's running the Arizona T Toyota out of Joe Gibbs Racing. Super consistent in her rookie year, having a good rookie season over there. Hasn't found victory lane yet. Hasn't found victory lane in this series either. There's Tatum Wright. She has not been to victory lane. We're going to keep an eye on this young lady tomorrow, Jessie Art. Even though she didn't make the Truck Series playoffs, she is one of the 12 drivers that you'll see tomorrow night in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series race. And hopefully she can go out there and have a good good start to the Trucks, or to the Buffalo Wild Wings Series playoffs, excuse me there. I almost said Truck Series. I caught myself there. And April Winters is out of the race as a result of that damage. They could have repaired the truck, but they decided to call it a night. So we're losing playoff drivers like flies here tonight. Good night. And she'll have to go to the care center. All these drivers that were out of the race have already been in the care center for a while, so they'll be checked and released. So hopefully we can get a long green flag run in. As green flag's back out, we're back underway. Of course, Erica Douglas will not be back in this truck next season. Of course, she will run 6 races in this 22 ride, the Nesquik Charleston Chevy Silverado. Because the 22's charter is going to the 79 of Sydney Ball. Of course, Sydney did not make the race. Sydney Ball has been struggling trying to make races this season, so I'm starting to wonder if Sydney Ball is just thinking, okay, if we don't make any races this year, we're just probably going to wait until we can wait until next season to have a chance to win some races, which I think that's probably what's going to happen. Hey, it's a DVR one too, because Hattie Swartz up here, one of the drivers battling for the championship. I also see Mandy Evans in the 58, that Nissan Titan right back there in this lead group. Joey Alinsky driving the 32. We believe Shohei Alinsky will be back with this 32 team next season. We don't know. We haven't gotten anything confirmed from Taylor, Zachary Taylor, the team owner. There's Makara Mirmoez. We talked about, even though she missed the playoffs, she still has a chance to claim one of those spots to go up to the Buffalo Wild Wings Series for next season. Bridget Thomas is coming back to pit road, so it's been not a good night for Bridget Thomas. Of course, she is like Ari Springer and Hattie Swartz, running in all 3 races this weekend, excuse me. Jessie Art in the 11. Of course, she will be in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series playoffs tomorrow for Joe Gibbs Racing. She's the only GTR car that made the playoffs. Look out, the 05 just got in the way and all of a sudden nearly caused a wreck. That's Benny MacArthur. What was he doing? I don't know. Almost caused a damn wreck is what he almost did. Ari Springer came to pit road, so that turned the race lead over to Tatum Wright. Mandy Evans in second. She is the highest of the playoff contenders. Not too far behind is the 74 of Hattie Swore. I think the 05, I don't know if the 05 had a problem and came out of the pits or not, but you got to be paying attention. Tatum Wright, the soon-to-be 21-year-old college student from Shippensburg, Pennsylvania, a student from Shippensburg University. Tatum has done super good in the Diva Series, but has been struggling here in the Truck Series. 27th in the points is where she is, but of course she is a Foster Series driver, so to be fair, I'll cut her some slack. Sean Art about to go a lap down and holding up the field, holding up the DVR kids of Erica Douglas and Hattie Swore. Hattie Swore will take the lead from her teammate. I think Erica Douglas, Prudence Littlejohn, going to pass 74 and going to deny the 74 from leading a lap. The 22 was trying to let the 74 go to lead a lap. I think that was smart of Douglas doing that. She knows that the 74 is going for the championship. She's like, go ahead, get that lap led. And, well, Littlejohn decided to screw her at the perfect time. This is Zara Mirmawez. Now, the good news is for Zara Mirmawez, she is above the cut line as far as keeping her charter is concerned. But needs a good run, 24th in the points. The good news is a number of drivers behind her in points, like Grubius, have had trouble tonight. So that can mean Azar Mirwes can try to get away and get out of that danger zone. Oh! Mandy Evans in the wall! That's a couple of playoff contenders. Oh, no! Oh, no! Sean Art just killed Stephanie Driscoll. Justin Hugo's collected. Oh, it's not. They're still wrecking. Matt Smith's torn up. Makara Mirmawez. Jesse Art. Slow down, guys. Oh, man. Oh, Jesse's got a lot of damage. So both the Art kids are involved. Oh, good grief. Good grief. This is a demolition derby. I was not expecting Chicagoland to be a demolition derby, for goodness sake. Oh, the sisters started this. Makara got turned by her sister. Oh, that's not going to be a that's not going to sit well with Abonia Mirwes. I can bet you that for sure. There's contact there. The 12 gets killed by Sean. And sent the Nesquik. Yeah, there's two different kinds of Nesquik. This is the chocolate milk Nesquik that just got destroyed. The one that Douglas is in the strawberry one. So you can pick those two apart. And look at that. They just come in there and just continue to wreck. Who did the 14 hit? They just came in there and started wrecking. Oh. Okay, there's Hugo. There's the shot there, but how did everybody else get in this wreck? Oh, Carla Sinat got turned. Wow, Matt Smith did not slow down. Someone hooked Carla Sinat around. Looks like Jesse Art. That was on Carla Sinat not paying any attention. Came down, collected poor Jesse Art, minding her own business. Billy Kitchens, whose day or night has just went from bad to worse. My goodness. We may not have enough trucks left to finish this race. We're not even at the halfway point already. Over half the field's in the garage area. As we're back to green, I missed the restart. I do apologize about that. $58, 11, 8, 12, 14, 2, 50, 59 out of the race. Carla Sinat has been called to the big red truck. Well, the incident between the 49 and 11 will be investigated after this race. Matt Smith's been called to the big red truck for not slowing down. Goodness me. We're already down 18 trucks. We're not even at the halfway mark of this race. This has been a demolition derby here at Chicagoland. Normally, Chicagoland's never a demolition derby. Erica Douglas leads this race. DVR has only been to victory lane once this season. That would be with Hattie Swore, who you just saw her a second ago. There she is right there, racing with Malin Lee, who raced her way in, as I said. Malin Lee's having a quiet run tonight. The Toronto native. Getting a lot of drivers from Toronto lately. Of course, Malin Lee's from Toronto. Hannah Blue Jay, who you will see her 2 nights from now in the Monster Energy Series race. And also you will see Jacob Tutu, who made the playoffs in Monster 2 nights from now. There's Charlie Silver, who really needs a good run. The good news for Charlie Silver, a lot of drivers ahead of him in points have had troubles today. Ari Springer running 3 laps down. Not sure what the problem is. Lucky Prescott's like 3 laps down. Not sure what's wrong with her truck. It is a tough break for her, but the good news is all these drivers have been dropping out like flies. So even though you're having a bad night, Ari Springer can hold her head and say, even though I'm having a bad night, I'm just going to do the best I can. So, yeah. Yep, Sean and Jesse Art both out of the race. Tough break for Sean. Sean came his race 23rd in the points after he missed the playoffs. Jesse Art 15th in points. So a number of drivers who were running very good in points going to miss the playoffs, and that missed the playoffs absolutely going to take a hit. And Tatum Wright's in the middle of a DVR sandwich. Well, now as soon as I say that, Hattie Swore is going to take the second spot away. So now it's a DVR 1-2. What a difference DVR has made here in the Truck Series. Of course, in the Venom Truck Series, the series that was run by Elijah, they never found victory lane in the Truck Series, but they were running Ford F-Series. Here they are running Chevy Silverados, They got one truck in the playoffs, one truck leading the race. And the rest are in the garage area, all torn up, so. And here's the thing, is that if Hattie Swore wins this race, yes, it would be her second win of the season. She would get 5 bonus points over the remaining 6 drivers going into the reformatted playoff points right after our elimination race. So if you're a playoff driver and you go to victory lane, you are in the next round, regardless what happens the next 2 weeks. And of course, Erica Douglas, 12th in the points, second highest of the drivers who missed the playoffs. Just trying to find victory lane. I'll probably need to find something to eat while I'm recording this race. I'll probably do that in just a second. So the 2 ladies out of Dina Voles Racing currently leading this race. Of course, the team owner is up in the booth. You know, as I'm thinking about this race and, seeing these 3 drivers, you have the 33 who's had a okay rookie year, even though she's had some struggles here, there, and everywhere. Tatum has only had 1 top 10 this season. You got Erica Douglas, who's going to be a monster next year. You're going to have Hattie Swore, who's also going to be a monster. So, which, interestingly enough, these 2 will be teammates at Woldnoss Racing. So, I bet you, I bet those 2 ladies have very good chemistry. They're about to catch Benny MacArthur and Carla Sanat. Oh, Carla Sanat, what on bloody earth were you doing? No. Just put Erica Douglas in the wall, and we got another wreck going into 1. Ashton Ingersoll's in it. Caution is out. And Erica Douglas is not happy with the 49, and Carla Sanat has been ordered to the big red truck, and rightfully so. What was she thinking? She was not even at minimum speed and just put the 22 in the wall. Nice wreck avoidance by the 05. I mean, that was unnecessary by the 49. Douglas, I bet, is fuming over the radio. It looks like these lead lappers are going to finally make their pit stops. For some of them, it may be their first stops of the night. Let's hope I don't miss the restart. Alright, looks like we won't miss the restart. Ashton Ingersoll and Carla Sanat out of the race. Carla Sanat ordered to the big red truck. Also, the 05, who nearly caused that big wreck, has also been ordered to the big red truck after this race. So while we are going to go back to green with under 100 to go, I'm going to go ahead and make me some lunch. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm cooking lunch right now. Prince Littlejohn currently the leader. 13th in the points, did not make the playoffs this season. Carlos Knight came in this race 31st in the points. Well, she didn't do herself any favors by just putting the leader, Erica Douglas, in the wall. I bet they had to repair the right side of that truck. I don't think it hurt the truck. How about the rookie Maylin Lee in the 66, the Cincinnati Toyota out of Thor Sport? This is her third start of the season. She's been she's been doing pretty good in her limited starts. And it was announced today she's going to be going full-time for that truck next season. She'll definitely have a charter for next season. Oh, we got a wreck. 51's around. Yellow is out. Patrick Combs. Oh, he got clobbered. Oh, Charlie Silver Arcabrate. Bridget Thomas is collected. Oh, boy. Demolition Derby at its best here tonight. Good grief. And in the words of Cody Smart, Danny, turn the AI down. It's like 4 wide was the cause of this. Up, male abuse for the 40. She turned the 51. And then, I don't know why the 32 and the 29 slowed down for some reason. Oh, Littlejohn got hit by Greg Rutz. Patrick Combs is done for the day, or done for the night. And then the 9 of Charlie Silver just came in there and just ran into the back of the Little Caesars GMC Sierra. Did nothing but scrape the dang paint off that truck. At this rate, we're going to have nobody left in this race. Good God. This race has turned into a demolition derby. We're down to a teensy tiny field. We had 42 trucks starting this race. We're down to like, I don't know. As we're back to green, we're down to like 12. 13, 9, 51, 18 out of the race. The hits keep on coming, and the wrecks keep on going. Definitely some people are not going to be too happy. Boy, I think most of our playoff contenders are out of the race, so. Then again, the only driver who's up there inside the top 10 basically all night. I'll have to check. I'll have to check the playoff grid, but I believe our only highest playoff contender is the 74. Because mostly everyone else is out of the race. I believe the 74 is the lonely playoff contender that's still in this race. Boy, but what a wreck fest we've had here at Chicagoland. Boy, the point standings are absolutely going to get shaken up. And the other thing is, Hattie swore that where she's currently running, regardless where she finishes, she will more than likely take the points lead heading into next week. And things will definitely get interesting. Well, we know who's going to be in the danger zone leaving as far as the playoff grid is concerned. But also the danger zone of losing your charter just got shaken up. Malin Lee. All these non-playoff contenders, all they're doing is just trying to find victory lane. The 74, however, can just try to get a win to get into the next round. Because like I said, she would be already into the next round. Now the 05 is going to be another problem. That 05 needs to be called off the track. Really just hold some people up. Now, the thing is for Hattie Swore is now what do? You know, I mean, it's looking like Hattie Swore, I believe she is the only playoff contender left. And I believe I may be correct here. I believe she is the only playoff. Yeah, it looks like she's the only playoff contender left that has not ran into trouble tonight. So Hattie Swore is finding herself in a very interesting situation heading into next week. And she wants those 5 points just to get that out of the way. And looks like Douglas was going to let her do that. Now, if Little John doesn't screw her on 5 points, we're good. And looks like Suarez let her lap. That's 5 bonus points. That's really going to come into play when we get done with this first round. Just past the halfway point of tonight's race. Down to 12 drivers, 9 on the lead lap. Chloe Carmichael's the last one on the lead lap. There she is. Does she have any damage to her truck? Yeah, the front end's missing. Now remember, out of these drivers that are on the lead lap, if the 74 wins, the 74 is into the next round of the playoffs. Keep that in mind. And Little John's not going to let her win this race easily. While this is going on, I'm going to go ahead and get my pizza nice and hot. Tatum Wright has taken the lead as I'm back. I had to get my water. Chloe Carmichael's gone a lap down as expected. Tatum Wright leads. Doesn't matter if the 74 wins this race or not. She'll more than likely be the points leader leaving tonight. I think the 74, her goal is, I want to win this race so I can guarantee it into the next round of the playoffs. And that's what she's going to definitely do. Number 1, Maylin Lee. Cannot believe Hattie Swar's the only DVR truck who's locked into the playoffs, so I guess every single one of the DVR drivers are rooting for the 74 in this playoffs. It's like Hattie Swar's like the underdog in this situation. Because Douglas is just trying to find victory lane. You know, you have all of these non-chartered, or not non-chartered, excuse me, non-playoff contenders. That's what I was going to say. Not non-charters. But anyway, these non-playoff contenders that are shit, I'm trying to think what I was going to say. Oh my god, that 05 is being annoying. If that 05 doesn't get off the track, I'm going to black flag the 05. Where the 05 needs to be parked. Hattie Swar's not too happy. Neither is anybody. Now Hattie Swar's trying to catch up. Either way, Hattie Swar will be the points leader heading into next week. Hattie Swar trying to catch right back up to this group. Along with Maylin Lee. Yeah, the 05 is going to be a problem. Like I said, doesn't matter where the 74 finishes. It looks like she's all caught up along with the 66, so... .32 lost the pack because the 05 being a total douchebag. Should go ahead and share this race. Excuse me. 33 gonna take the lead back. Every one of these drivers are now in their window to make it the rest of the way. 32 is gonna need yellow. course, our Wendy's race menu. We're going to go ahead and pull that up as the 05 is now going to get even more in the way. And going to be an issue. So is the 54. So next week, all 4 series will be in town at Pocono. Another race for the AutoZone Amateur Series. They will start it off with the... Actually, we'll start with the Truck Series drivers. Their second race of the first round, which is the CRC Brake Lean 150. That will be 60 laps. That's a doubleheader with the AutoZone Amateur Series. We'll be running the General Tire Anything That's Possible 200 at... which will be 80 laps. Then Buffalo Wild Wings will also run their second race of the first round, as they will run they will run 90 laps. And then our division races for the Pocono 400. That would be the second race of the first round. That would be next week. Then the following week, we'll have the AutoZone Amateur Series and the Monster Energy Series drivers race at Kentucky. For the AutoZone Amateur Series, it will be their 12th race of the season. For the Monster Energy Series drivers, it is elimination night at Kentucky. Interesting part is 2 of the 3 playoff races here in this round are at night, which is Chicagoland and also Kentucky. Because like I said, Trucks and Buffalo Wild Wings will be off after next week's race at Pocono. Because as I said, the following week we will have AutoZone Amateur Series and our first elimination race for the Monster Energy Series, in which 4 drivers will sadly be eliminated from the championship. Speaking of Monster Energy Series, which brings us to our other topic we're going to mention, we're going to split the race weekend up for Monster. And that will be when, because after the AutoZone Amateur Series, drivers race tomorrow, we will have the Monster Energy Division drivers, those who didn't make the playoffs. Actually, no, it's AutoZone Amateur tomorrow, then Buffalo Wild Wings Series. Then our division races will be in the daytime. And then our full distance, the drivers in the playoffs, they will run the full 267 laps. Which Ari Springer, who's in this race, will be racing in that last race. So that's going to be something Ari Springer's going to have to get used to, because she got to start off the race weekend for Monster. Now she gets to end off the weekend for Monster. So that's going to be something she's going to have to get used to. The other thing is, for those drivers who made the playoffs, something they're going to have to get used to is also racing with drivers they've never raced all season. So if you throw that in the conspiracy, it'll make it a little interesting. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull up the schedule so that way you guys can see it. Take Indy out for Monster. 1 second. Go. And of course, when we go to Gateway, it will be the first elimination race for Trucks and Buffalo Wild Wings. It will also be the first race of the second round for Monster. As we'll just go ahead and give you our playoff races and all that, yada, yada, yada. Then when we go to Arizona, it will be the second race of the second round for Monster. And then we will have Kansas for Trucks and Buffalo Wild Wings, which will also have the AutoZone Amateur Series back with us. And it will be our second elimination race for the Monster Energy Series. As for more drivers will get eliminated, then AutoZone Amateur and Monster will start off, will be at Michigan, then all 4 series at Talladega, then we'll have Homestead for an elimination race, and then everybody will be at Toronto to finish the season. Of course, Hattie Sword, this is a good opportunity for her to get these laps because she's also racing in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series race. She did win last week's race at the Glen, but it was not enough for her to get herself into the top. It was not enough for that win to count towards the spot into the playoffs. What it did do is give Honda their first win ever in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series, so... That 54 truck's going to be a nuisance. And for Hattie Swore, as I said, going into if she goes to victory lane, what she can do the next 2 races, she can start and park and still advance to the next round of the playoffs. Because like I said, if you win tonight, which... if Hattie Swore were to win tonight, look out, 33 got held up by the 05. Almost caused a wreck there. Boy, Benny McCarthy is about to get suspended if he's not careful. That's like 3 times he's tried to cause a wreck. The officials definitely want to black flag him. Because the officials don't want to take too kindly to him being an annoying back marker. I'll check on my pizza. Gently put my foot. I am by myself, by the way. Oh. We're having hot dogs tonight. I'm coming, oven. Hold on. I'm getting there, oven. You know, you have a couple of things I do want to mention. You know, you have on one side, you have all these non-playoff drivers who, like I said, all they're doing is just going to victory lane. They don't care about the playoffs and all that. They just want to finish their season with a trip to victory lane at least one time this season. Hattie Swore, on the other hand, is trying to get into the next round of playoffs. You know, because like I said, she came in as the 3rd seed. Like I said, if she wins, she's automatically into the next round of the playoffs, for round of 7. God damn it. Thought I had it in there. Oh, we had a crash! No! Hattie Sware's in it! The dumbass 05 strikes again. That 05 needs to be parked and slapped immediately. That was the leader. And the 05 is going to get parked. He just screwed Hattie Swore of a chance of making it into the next round of the playoffs because he can't get the hell out of the damn way. Hopefully the 74 is not too badly torn up. Oh boy. The officials are definitely going to throw the hammer on the 05. Like the 74 is not torn up too badly. Looks like she'll be okay. It did trap, however, Erica Douglas in them, who just already made a green flag pit stop. .05 is going to get immediately suspended after this race. I don't know why he's 11 laps down, just riding around, just being a total dickhead. And if the 74 is out of contention, DVR is Luke Knight is absolutely furious. as we're back to green. The 74 just gave the bird to the 05 in frustration. But 74 isn't too torn up badly. But this put a lot of drivers who could have won this race. But Hattie's not too torn up. She's looks like she's okay. They pulled the fenders off on that pit stop. She might be okay. However, she's going to be a bit annoyed. And Benny MacArthur will be probably losing his right after this race. I bet they probably already sent security. Man, oh man. And he swore not too badly torn up. But somebody get the 05 off the track, please. I swear to God, the 05 caused another wreck. He may be part for the season. Oh my God. 05 just nearly took out Little John. That means Cody and I are going to go run him over with a bus. Joey Alinsky running very good here tonight, even though he got trucked a lap down. I don't know why that 05's still on track. Here comes Hattie Swore. I'll have to see who gets a "you blew it" after today's race. I have 10 to go. I'll finish my lunch after I join the VC. After tonight's race, we'll have our post-race show. Cody and the Triple P clan. Sean and Jesse were already released from the care center, so Sean will join the Triple P clan in the post-race show. They'll recap this chaotic race we had here tonight. And they'll preview tomorrow's Buffalo Wild Wings Series race, also the Arizona Amateur Series race tomorrow. Oh, look out! The 05 just did it again! Just wrecked the 33. Buddy MacArthur's an asshole. He just wrecked the leaders again. I swear to God, that might be the final straw with his ass. He just took out the leader. He's going to be gone. I understand that looked like male abuse. Oh, Shohei Alinsky got caught up in somebody else's shit. But I really want to know what the hell the 05 has been doing, staying on goddamn track, and took poor Tatum out of this race. Apparently the 05 didn't learn their fucking lesson from the incident with the 74, but unfortunately Tatum ends out of the race, and that's a shame for Shohei Alinsky. But why is the 05 even out there to begin with? You know, he's already LePaged the leaders twice. Like an asshole. And just took out poor Shohei Alinsky, who, yeah, he might have came in the pits and screwed up. That's it, as the green's back out. But why is he even on track to begin with? Boy, he's going to have a lot of explaining to do. And I can tell you, I definitely see a major fine and possibly an ejection from Athenium Motorsports after this. Because that was just ridiculous. Why he's even out there on track to begin with. And I feel so bad for Tatum and so bad for Shohei Alinsky. And Alinsky did not deserve this. And Zachary Taylor is furious. I don't blame Zachary Taylor. I don't blame Zachary Taylor for being upset. I bet you Luke Knight was absolutely furious because he was yelling at the top of his lungs to tell the Coca-Cola Truck Series officials, park the damn 05 or I will do it myself. Unfortunately, took out Tatum, who was having a great run tonight, but could still get a top 10 result, so all hope is not lost. But this young lady has been really super impressive, which is Maylin Lee. She's making a lot of friends here tonight. In only her third Truck Series stars, we have 2 laps to go. 74, I don't think, is going to be in contention for this win, but it didn't really matter to her because this is going to be a good points day for her going into next week's race. Unfortunately for Prudence Littlejohn, this win will come 1 week too late. But you know what they say, a win is a win regardless. You can take it by it means. White flag. One more lap around Chicagoland. Prudence Littlejohn, driving for Smart Motorsports, trying to make it into the Buffalo Wild Wings Series playoffs. She'll more than likely jump up to 11th in points after the troubles from Sarah Costello. But still also a good run for Erica Douglas. Prudence Littlejohn's going to win the Chicago Cubs 241 tonight at Chicagoland. And like I said, it came 1 week too late for that 2019 to make it into the playoffs. If this was the regular season finale, she would have been in the playoffs. But still, a win is a win for Littlejohn. Her first career Coca-Cola Truck Series win. Hattie Swore, no doubt, will take the points lead heading into next week's race. She ends up second and the highest of the playoff contenders. And she was the only playoff contender who, yes, she did only have one trouble, but stayed out of trouble the rest of the night. Greg Rutt's third, Azar Mirma's fourth, Maylin Lee, Erica Douglas, Lucky Prescott Ari Springer, Chloe Carmichael, and despite crashing out, Tatum Wright still got 10th. Shoei Linsky 11th. Benny MacArthur, I bet he's probably going to get a bunch of smackins from Zachary Taylor and Cody Smart. Everyone else out of the race. It was a wreckfest for the Truck Series drivers, which says to me, you might be the number 1 seed going into the playoffs, but you may not be lucky as far as that's concerned. Well, that's going to do it tonight here at Chicagoland. It's been a very long day after the rain delay for the AutoZone Amateur Series, which ended up getting postponed due to inclement weather, and they will run tomorrow. So, yes. This, however, really wreaked havoc on the points heading into next week's race at Pocono, which you will see your point standings and rookie points heading into our pre-race show next week. I have a good feeling the 05 is going to lose his ride after tonight's race. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCSRA crew today. We have shown you your full finish results. You will see your rookie points and overall point standings in our pre-race show next week at Pocono. We have the AutoZone Amateur Series race tomorrow with the Buffalo Wild Wings and Monster Energy Series here at Chicago before we all pack up and race at the Tricky Triangle next week. Till then, I've been Daniel signing off. Thanks for tuning in to tonight's race. You've been watching another broadcast courtesy of the PCSRA, the best center racing since 2017. Good night from Chicagoland Speedway.